Once upon a time, Britain thrived on danger. It stood tall when others bowed, faced storms when others fled. Its legacy wasn't built on caution, but on courage. Yet today, something has changed. The heartbeat of that fearless nation has slowed. The spirit that once defied empires is fading into hesitation. Under Keir Starmer, Britain stands at a crossroads, a nation too timid to defend itself, too cautious to act, too entangled in globalist comfort to protect its own soul. And while London trembles, across the Atlantic, someone else is doing the exact opposite. Before we uncover how Britain's silence contrasts with America's iron stance, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Echo Britain, and share your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe Britain has lost its strength, or is this just the calm before a national awakening? The most powerful comment will be featured in our next video. In Washington, the tone is very different. President Donald Trump has just drawn a line in the sand. A line Britain refuses to draw. This week, his administration revoked visas for at least 6 foreign nationals who publicly celebrated the assassination of political activist Charlie Kirk on social media. Their passports read Argentine, South African, Mexican, but the point isn't who they were. It's what they represented: contempt for the West, hatred of American values, and open glorification of political violence. Trump didn't hesitate. He didn't consult a committee. He acted. The message was simple: if you spit on the flag of the nation you visit, you don't get to stay. And this isn't an isolated act. It's part of a sweeping purge. Since January, over 200 visas have been revoked from foreigners involved in anti-American or pro-terror activity, most linked to the unrest that followed the Israel-Gaza conflict. Behind this crackdown lies a new weapon: AI-powered surveillance. The US State Department now monitors social media, online behavior, and even public demonstrations. The rule is brutally clear. If you're on American soil, student, tourist, activist, and you advocate hate or violence, you're gone. No status protects you. Not even power. Even Colombian President Gustavo Petro had his visa revoked after urging US soldiers to defy orders during protests against Netanyahu. Trump's stance? Crystal clear. National security is not negotiable. This is leadership. Not talk. Not posturing. Action. Meanwhile, in Britain, the silence is deafening. Under Starmer's government, the response to anti-British activism has been paralysis. A fearful dance between political correctness and national insecurity. The UK's immigration system lies in chaos. Small boat crossings continue to rise. Deportations drown in endless appeals. And faith in the government's ability to control its borders is collapsing. When pressure mounts, Starmer plays tough, at least in words. His team whispers about raising English language standards or adjusting asylum rules. But it's always the same: too little, too late. Britain is being treated like a soft touch, a country whose generosity is mistaken for weakness. Worse still, those who dare to question the system are branded as villains. Starmer has dismissed Reform UK's calls for stricter migration laws as racist and immoral. And in that single act, he revealed everything. This isn't a government protecting its people, it's a government protecting its image. And it doesn't stop with immigration. The confusion spreads across every issue. One day he's for border control, the next, for open compassion. One week he champions fiscal discipline, the next, ballooning welfare for foreign nationals. He hides behind the Windrush scandal, using it as a moral shield, while quietly expanding benefits that strain public services. Even Labour MPs are starting to whisper. How long can Starmer balance a progressive ideology with a working-class demand for order, identity, and pride? The pressure outside Westminster is boiling. Since April, anti-immigration protests have surged across Britain, most peaceful, some explosive. The Unite the Kingdom rally drew over 100,000 people, ending in violent clashes with police. Not racists. Not extremists. But citizens terrified of losing their homeland. And yet, Starmer's response remains the same: hollow promises and nervous speeches. He insists he won't surrender the flag to extremists. But how can that mean anything when he's already surrendered everything else? Today, in Britain, the flag burns in the streets. Foreign activists wave their own banners above it. Clerics denounce the West while collecting welfare checks. Foreign students treat British universities as battlegrounds for anti-UK propaganda. And all of them thrive under a system too afraid, or too unwilling, to fight back. Britain doesn't need slogans. It needs enforcement. It's time for a visa policy with teeth. Swift, public, unapologetic. If you come to Britain and use that privilege to attack it, online or offline, you should be gone. No secret appeals. No activist judges. Just one message: if you hate Britain, don't come to Britain. Britons have every right to demand a government that acts like one. Because at this point, the contrast could not be clearer. In Trump's America, national pride is defended. In Starmer's Britain, it's forgotten. The question now isn't political. It's existential. Strength or surrender? Because in the end, the death of a nation doesn't come with war. It comes with silence. If you believe Britain deserves better, hit subscribe, leave your thoughts below. And let's keep the conversation alive. Because silence is how nations disappear.